Hi, back again. I hope you can see this on the screen. Um, when I started making the ball handles, um, I had ideas of modifying the original Taig index ring and um, um, allowing it to um, have a ring that revolves for zeroing. And I've just been messing around trying to come up with some idea of what I was going to do. And I don't know if you can see the colours or anything, but um, this this colour ring here is all one piece, and it's bored right the way through. This part here is a straight knurl, raised up slightly, and this part here is the ring where the numerals are going to go, and the lines, the index lines. Um, and so what I'm doing is I'm making up a completely new uh, insert piece here, and doing away with the original. And this ring is going to revolve around this steel uh, uh, oh boy, my memory's going. Um, anyway, it's going to be almost identical in size. It's going to be slightly longer. But it's going to be identical to the Taig original. Um, here you can see is this piece here, and then there's going to be a washer, a shaped washer on the back. And the idea is that this here is the locking screw that goes down into the slant, the angled area there, where the set screw locks it onto the shaft. And so the idea of this washer at the back here is so that I can slide the ring off and lock up the inner block up against the bearing, and then slide the Delrin insert back on again afterwards, so then I won't have to drill any holes through. And then this washer here is then going to be screwed onto an extension that goes on the end of the lead screw shaft. I had to lengthen it. It's not going to be very wide, very long. And then of course this washer here will then screw into that, and this is the ball handle, the new ball handle that I've made, which is this one here. That's the one that's going to go on there, and that is going to be on the end there. So I have to bore a hole through here, a certain size for a screw, and then that screw is going to go right through the center ball of the handle and screw into this shaft here and lock everything together, so that if I ever want to disassemble it, I just unscrew the ball handle, remove that that washer, that shaped washer, and which is this here, if you can see that, and then I'll be able to slide the Delrin index ring off and undo the screw and to disassemble. So that's basically what it's going to look like at the moment. This is all development work. It may change. I may have to change some dimensions. I don't know exactly what I'm going to have to do yet. I'm just doing it as I go along, and who knows, maybe I might have to make a new part, I don't know. But this is basically the ring with the Delrin ring, and there's the engraved lines and the engraved numerals. I've got a couple of engraver tool bits in the mail, excuse me, and so basically that's what I'm up to at the moment. And so I'll just take the camera around here just to show you the setup that I have here. This part here, this here is for the Delrin ring to fit on and to move around, and I've got another design on the new handle that I'm going to try incorporate in that uses silicone sealant to lock the ring. It's something that I saw many years ago, and I decided I'd try and give it a try to see if it would work on here. I know that it does work, so it's just a case of developing it to work on here. The idea being is that you undo a screw and you turn the ring to 0, and then you just screw that up, and the silicone sealant gets squashed, and as it gets squashed it can only go 2 ways, or 1 way actually, up through a hole to a 90-degree hole underneath the ring with a Delrin pad. And the idea is that when you screw the screw, it compresses the sealant, which pushes the pad up very gently so that it doesn't distort the Delrin ring, but just locks it and stops it from moving. So that's what I'm going to do there. I'm just now in the process of drilling through. I'm ready for parting off as well, as you can see. So I'm drilling through. I'm going to have to make some sort of kind of a boring tool up, because the hole size has to be finished at 0.196. I would imagine that's a metric size. I have no idea, but anyway, it's an odd size, so I don't have a reamer, so I'm going to have to bore it anyway to get a nice slide fit on the extended shaft. So that's the setup at the moment. I'll just give you another view of my new tailstock, which works really nice. The only thing that is not so good is that it didn't work out exactly as I imagined it, and there's a little bit of, I have to either modify this top part that slides on this back part and get rid of this stop. The trouble was that because it's not one solid block on this bar, it's 2 pieces that slide together, and it's dovetailed, and so whenever I put pressure on drilling, there was a certain amount of flex in this direction, and of course that was moving the center out of position. So what I had to do as a alternative was to use one of the 1-inch riser blocks and put this block on there to support the back, and that solves the problem. But it's a bit of a nuisance because I have to undo this before I can move this, and so it's just a little bit of extra work, but all in all it works very well. And of course, as you can, I'm not going to move it because I've got it. Oh, I'm okay. I'll just undo that. And of course, the beauty of this is that you can move it right away underneath the shaft, the tailstock. So I don't have too much problem in turning between centers now, and I don't have to keep on changing this tool post from this T-slot over to this T-slot to complete a complete pass when I'm on centering work. So I just thought I'd add this to the rest of the videos that I've done. Somebody might get something out of it. Actually, I'm really very pleased with the Taig. It's a nice sturdy little lathe. The only thing is that you might have to do more machining, making accessories for it, as opposed to what the shear line has. But I think it's turning out very well. This stop is very nice with the 1-inch micrometer. I have an O-ring set inside the bore here so that it keeps this shaft clean and no grit and dirt gets back under inside the mechanism. So all in all, it's a nice little lathe. I was a bit worried at first. I'd had the Myford Drummond for a long time, and I was a bit dubious about going from that to a smaller lathe. But I find that this is it's quite a challenge sometimes because of the size. But it's a nice. I like it. I think it's a good lathe for the price. Okay, thank you.